Epic. How you doing, everyone? In the studio with Caleb today.
You.
And yeah, we're finally in the same country at the same time.
It's been a while.
It's been a year since we were living in Holland together. So yeah, I thought we were in the same place. It'd be cool to sit down and have a chat. About the work that we've been creating together with Lion. And yeah, I think what we're doing is like really unique. So I thought it'd be cool to flesh out some of our ideas in this sort of form, so we have it, and we can share it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we first built our first book funnel together. I think it's like 3.5 years ago, maybe now.
Yeah.
Or 4?
Crazy.
No, 3.5 years ago or something.
I think was the first one the notes from my travels.
That wasn't
but it wasn't really like
but that was our first sort of little crack. But yeah, essentially at the time it was me, you, and Dom. So it's just three of us working out of a shed at the back of the Dust Temple. And it was essentially like a lead generation agency, and then we had a client come through wanting a book funnel. Azza, and he was teaching tradies and essentially teaching tradies how to like systemize their businesses, sort out their marketing. So it was an awesome niche. And yeah, what was it like for you, Sirius? Because I pretty much just told you the vision of what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you kind of had to figure out how to make it actually practically happen. Like,
yeah, literally. So yeah, for me, I guess Jay reached out initially, and we're just doing like content creation kind of stuff, and then Aaron came along and like had this idea for like a, I guess, like course and way to teach tradies how they can become better at business, and then pretty much just had to figure out how to use ClickFunnels. Thrown in the deep end.
And I'd obviously made a lot of funnels before, but that was super basic. It was all like lead gen stuff or just like simple opt-in forms.
Yeah.
It didn't just have like the complexity of all the different integrations and what we wanted to create.
Yeah. I feel like it was a huge learning experience. I'd done like design stuff and a bit of like website stuff before. But yeah, ClickFunnels, I guess like initially it's like easy to use, but I guess hard to like fucking make look good for like I guess a lot of people.
For sure. And I think we discovered that pretty quick. We launched this first funnel and it just blew up.
Yeah.
It did awesome. Like 6 figures inside like the first couple months.
Insane.
From like, a completely new business. It was amazing. It was just like, it was just printing money.
And that was as well, like, before we had even added in like order bumps and like figured out this whole like,
and we're selling nothing
system
on the back end.
Yeah.
So it was just like book and one upsell. And I think it was like a 297 upsell, or maybe even a 497 upsell with no other order bumps, no back end. And I think we're doing like around like $1,000 profit a day.
Yeah. So crazy.
Off the back end. And it's funny to think about, because if we didn't have that success straight off the bat, we probably would never have made another book funnel.
Yeah. So wild. And that's like awesome, the business now.
And now that's all we're doing. Yeah. So yeah, we definitely so from then we were like, okay, there's definitely something amazing here that's worth pursuing. So we went and started creating more and more. And from there, I guess what we did is just start trying to like model the leaders in the industry of what what we saw was the best.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we were just like looking at like all the funnels one day, and I remember we thought it was like the biggest breakthrough moment when we figured out how to like do the order bumps on the pages and like the custom code shit.
Once we figured out the custom code stuff, that was huge.
Yeah. So. And I think we just started like modeling like guys like Sabri and Russell and like all the big dogs as far as like aesthetic wise, and then from there just decided to like innovate and see how we could do it better. Because like as far as like comparing like I guess what we've seen like can be done with websites compared to like the industry standard for direct response, it's like a big fucking difference.
Yeah, 100%. I think we came from like a place of like having a high value on aesthetics, design, and content, where the direct marketing, direct response sort of world is
It's very like old school.
it's
like
super old school. Like they were writing letters. Like that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Like writing letters and putting them in mailboxes, and then it went to email, and then eventually, to landing pages and using traffic. But because the leaders in the industry are just like old dogs, there's been very little innovation on like the actual design side. Yeah, which is crazy. So that's where we were like, we had to balance, because I feel like in like marketing, online marketing, you've got like people in two camps. Like the main camp is like everybody has like a super high value on design and aesthetics. They create beautiful video, beautiful websites, but it's not grounded in what truly matters. And like it looks beautiful, but it doesn't get results.
Yeah.
Like it feels good, like it's an amazing website to be on, epic experience, but it doesn't convert to cold traffic. And then on the other camp, there's like these, the old dogs of direct response marketing who just like can write fire copy. They know how to turn somebody who's never met them into a customer in a 5-minute sales letter. But they just are so ancient. They have, a lot of them don't even use sales videos. And super ugly websites. And also, I think a lot of them come from I don't know, I feel like some of the old tricks of direct response are also not working like they used to before. And that direct response, people have been, I don't know, advertised to so much now that some of those more old school principles are maybe losing their relevancy.
100%.
Or they need to evolve.
For sure.
So that's kind of, I guess, been our task over the last little while, is like, how do we honor what works and like hold on to what works of the old stuff, but like innovate and take it to what I believe like the future of direct response marketing is going to look like. And
it's like I mean the agency is so much more than just like the direct response stuff. It's like you're getting like the funnel, the video content, the ads. It's like all in the one place under the one roof. And it's like that's very unique. Not many people are like offering something like that.
No, for sure. A lot of I think with a lot of like businesses, they'll contract out all their business to a bunch of different people. So they'll have like a girl who does their website. They'll have some videographer who comes in every now and again and shoots content. They'll have a family friend that runs the Instagram account and all these different things, which is awesome. But at the end of the day, if you want to grow a business, an online business fast and like, well, you need to take on like high levels of accountability and like have a solid team that's like committed to the growth and building a team that's committed to like reaching certain outcomes, not just like delivering a product. Somebody who can, go with you the way. So like, on this journey, we realized that for sure it would be easier probably as an agency to like just focus on traffic and just be like a media buying agency, or just focus on ad creatives, or just focus on content or website design. But we're like, at the end of the day, we want to like build businesses and help businesses grow. So we're going to have to like, essentially, we're going to have to be able to take responsibility for like the most core things.
And like as far as like business owners go, like what do you think the number one thing would be that would qualify someone to write a book, make a funnel, and start a business?
For sure. Like, it depends. A lot of people, we've had clients come to us at all different stages of their journey. We've had people come that didn't really have an online business yet, but they'd spent years in traditional business. So they had a lot of like the foundational skills. They knew how to sell, they knew how to run a business. We've had people come to us who have never run a business before. We've had, and kind of everything in between. And I feel like, and a lot of people will say this is, when you're ready for paid media and paid traffic, it's probably, and you're in the online education space, you probably want to avoid being kind of doing 10, 20K months or have done that before. You want to have some sort of validation in a previous business. And you're going to like, people have come to us before in the mindset of like, I want you to build my business for me. Or I have an idea of something that I could sell online in the education space, but they haven't done the work to develop themselves, to develop their message, their product to a place that when you're ready for traffic, or when you're ready to like, to bring, hundreds of new people into your business every week, you got to have certain skills. You can't just go do that off the bat straight away.
100%. And I guess it just like comes back to like the most important thing is that like A to B transformation that like they're giving like a client.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, that's such a big thing to remember is in the space is people aren't buying Zoom coaching calls. People aren't buying courses. People aren't buying like fucking support groups or anything. They're buying like a transformation.
Yeah.
They're paying you to fast track their journey from state A to state B.
Yeah.
And the more you can focus on that, same with our business. Like, our clients don't necessarily care how we get them there. It's just that we get them there.
Yeah.
We're, like, some agencies, they're very and every agency is different, but a lot of agencies will focus on like, every month we're going to give you 6 new ad creatives. We're going to monitor your campaigns for 45 minutes every second day. We're going to deliver X, Y, Z. And it's like, that's awesome. That may work for you. We've kind of taken the approach of like, we're going to get you this outcome and we're going to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And some months that's going to be a lot. And some months when we've fucking done a lot of hard work and we've nailed it, it's going to be a little bit less. And just, yeah. So we follow that same strategy and principle inside our own business as well.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. So I think like looking now to the future of direct response, it's a blending of the two worlds, the old and the new. How can we take the best of the oldest principles, integrate them with all the exciting things that are coming up now? And yeah, I feel like a lot of those old principles are, the essence of them is still there, but they need to change. Like, they need to change. Like, for example, the sad story has been like one of the greatest marketing angles of like the last decade of like telling the sad story.
Yeah.
And now if you're on Facebook and you go to a landing page for some sort of ebook or course or something, chances are that person's going to tell you the great sad story.
Yeah.
That led them there. And I think everybody's heard that sad story so many times.
100%.
It's just like, it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not to say direct response doesn't work anymore. It's just like, that's one of the many tools in the direct response marketing kind of belt when you come to sales videos. So it's like looking at like, how can we keep the essence without like, while innovating. So it's not like, people are getting pitched to all day, every day.
Yeah.
So if you do what everyone else does, it's just
never gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
And
your cost per purchase is gonna be so high.
I feel like since we are in the space and we probably get like hit with ads the most by like Instagram and Facebook, like you see so much of the same shit. But like when there is like one person that's like doing it different, it's like so refreshing and just like you actually give them the time of day instead of just like fuck.
Oh, 100%. And that's one of like the beautiful things about, a lot of people say, oh, there's so many people doing this now. There's so much competition. But that's actually such a good thing because it becomes so easy to stand out now because 90% of people are doing the same shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't take a lot, and it's usually it just comes down to just being like a little bit more authentic, being radically authentic with your message. Because chances are, if you genuinely love what you do, you've been doing it long enough. And you want to, make real change and help people have transformations. Just by default, you're going to have like some pretty unique ideas, some unique methods, and it's just putting them in the right places.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like even recently, like touching on like the latest work we've kind of done, like we've like I guess also done like the book funnel stuff, but we're also starting to like work into like the workshop kind of space with like video taking over as like a very like I guess dominant piece of media. Like look at like Instagram and TikTok. Like I was scrolling through my feed this morning on Instagram and like it's supposed to be like a fucking photo platform. But my first 10 things on my feed were fucking video.
It's crazy. Yeah. And it's cool seeing how we're able to, and it's so good for us because it's one of our biggest strengths. It's like what we can do video wise. So I'm so excited about like, video first platforms. And I think it gives us an opportunity. It's not gonna be like that forever, but I think as a young team, what the average age of people of our team is like 24, maybe. I'm 22. How old are you?
22 as
22.
well. Yeah.
Jackie. Yeah, you're old, 24. Jess is 25. Dom's 23. Yeah. Victor's a bit older. But I think we have like a bit of a head start, maybe like 5 years.
Mm.
And I think in 5 years' time, people are gonna have like, be all around this, like synthesizing the old and the new when it comes to content and direct response. I think we have like a unique time here to really like get a jump start and do something awesome.
Yeah, definitely.